Hello everyone, it's so nice to see you. I am back in my home state in North Carolina. I'm in Salisbury right now, a little town that is just really charming, cute, lovely, bigger than I ever realized. Here you can see the trolleys coming in. Where is it? Somewhere? It's right there. Okay. Thought I'd get that really fast. So there are free trolley rides at the Cheerwine Festival. Various things going on. Rock climbing, food of course, Cheerwine t-shirts, whatever. There's a lot.
Even though the name contains the word wine, never contained any alcohol. George Washington visited.
Okay guys, so I just took the trolley ride, as you saw, and there was one seat left, and I nabbed that, and beside me was this guy named Jim. You know, of course I started talking to him, because that's what I do, talk to strangers wherever I go. And it turns out that we have an Ohio connection. Anyways, so I'm gonna flip this around on him, but it was really nice to connect with Jim today. So Jim, it was nice to meet you. Tell me,
Nice to meet you too.
where were you born? Where do you live? Why are you here today? Tell me all the things.
I'm originally from Ohio, but you said where you were. I'm not far away, up on Lake County is where I was born.
Okay, so near Cleveland,
Yeah.
for both of us.
Now I live in High Springs, Florida. I'm retired, so like a lot of other retirees, I head south for the better weather. Now, when I have the money, when I have a little extra money from my pension, and I travel a lot. So two of the things that were on my bucket list were to go here to the Cheerwine Festival and to go to the North Carolina Museum of Transportation. So I went there yesterday, I'm here today, and tomorrow on Sunday I get to drive through Charlotte. There's not much traffic.
Excellent, excellent. And tell me what were the highlights of yesterday?
Well, they have train rides around the Museum of Transportation, and you can. Now, they only allow 2 people per trip to ride in the cab of the locomotive. It costs extra, but it was well worth the extra cost. I believe it would be $25 for you. For me, it was $20 because I'm an old fart. Senior discount. But it was well worth every penny of it. And it's unique to be able to ride in the locomotive, get to see things, and listen to the engineer, at least the engineer we had yesterday. It's very informative, like this guy here. He'll tell you a lot about different things that are there. So it's well worth the money. And the whole museum, you're going to be walking around all day. There's multiple buildings, multiple displays. That's just the regular museum. And when you throw in the model train show that's going to be there tomorrow, they have buildings that are full of trucks, planes, cars. You know, outside they had a couple of old helicopters they brought in just for the specials this weekend, sitting out there to be looked at. So there's a lot to do, a lot to film.
Okay, so I love everything he was saying. You know, as he said, you have the opportunity to ride in a cab for $20, $25 here, which is pretty unique. I don't know if you've seen some of my episodes where I ride in the Santa Fe at Union Station in Los Angeles, or the other Santa Fe in Paris, California at the museum there. But it's hard to come by. So I have not heard of another place where you can do that for such little money. I think that's a pretty good deal. So anyway,
I know another place.
he knows another place though. Let's find out.
I do know of another place with a cab ride, and that is the Nevada Southern Railroad Museum south of Las Vegas, right at the southern tip of Nevada. And they do cab rides there too. They use a very old switcher locomotive, a smaller one, but you have a chance to ride the cab there. I don't know how well this will show up on your video, but when I was there in, what was it, 2021, I was doing Route 66. And I went all across Route 66, all the way from, I drove from Cleveland to Chicago on Route 6, and then I went down Route 66 all the way out to Santa Monica. And I don't mean to be rude there. I'm trying to find it.
No. Try to find, and while you do.
I don't know if you can pick this up on your camera.
Yes.
You see, we still have to wear the face masks.
Oh my gosh.
And then
Happy guy. Look at that.
they actually let me run the throttle.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
That was about 25 bucks as well. So if you ever get out west again,
Yes, I will.
remember that. Nevada Southern. Then there's another museum out there called the Nevada Northern. I haven't been to that one. But Nevada Southern is the one to get the cab ride on.
So I don't know if you're watching, but there's a guy that watches my channel who has reached out, and he actually volunteers out there, and he's an engineer for a railroad. And he has said, you need to come on out for that very thing. so thank you. Now I know from multiple people that's where it's at. And lastly, can you recommend one other amazing train related spot?
Well, you got to go to the East Broad Top, the Rockville Furnace and Osbornia, PA. The twin barrels are right next to each other. It's an actual 3-foot narrow gauge steam railroad. It's a coal mining railroad. It is all there. It's all original. The original locomotive was built for that railroad. This isn't a tourist operation that was built from scratch where they picked up pieces from here and there and took them over to East Broad Top. This is all the original. They're rebuilding it. They're extending it. They're rebuilding a couple of the original stations. They're rebuilding the track. It sat in disuse for years. And the track was all overgrown and everything. And you can do it since you do YouTube. Just run a YouTube search on East Broad Top and see what you find. I think you'll love it. I think it's someplace you want to go. And I don't know if it'll be open or not, but Altoona's not far away. It's maybe a half-hour drive. Of course, the Horseshoe Curve, the Altoona Railroad Museum. Another nice thing I found in Altoona, which unfortunately is shut down now, but hopefully it'll come back, is there's a little tiny amusement park next to the stadium for the minor league baseball team. In that park is the Leap the Dips. It's the oldest operating roller coaster in the United States. It's just a little figure 8 type coaster. It's a friction coaster, not a rail coaster. And unfortunately,
And it's safe to ride still?
well, it was when I was there 2 years ago, but the company running it for the city has shut all the amusement rides down. It's now fast pitch and baseball and softball and tennis, and badminton. But the coaster is on the National Register of Historic Places, so they can't demolish it or anything. So hopefully somebody will get it back up and running. It would be great if they did. It's a fun little coaster.
Oh my God. Okay, I love this. You all know wherever I go, I always meet nice people, and sometimes there are connections to my roots and their roots. And here it's just randomly, I got the last seat on this trolley, happened to be beside Jim, start a conversation. He's visiting from Florida just for a few days. I'm out from the Los Angeles area, haven't been back to North Carolina in a year. We happen to overlap, and we're both from the Cleveland area, and yada yada, and then start talking about trains, which has little to do with this event, although we were on the trolley, so there's that. So I just love this, and I love talking to you, and I love having new things percolating of where I can go. So thank you so much.
You're quite welcome. So,
You make Train Talk with Lisa possible by clicking on the membership tab to become a member, or by clicking on that cute little heart-shaped thank you button. And when you like and you share this episode with others. And your thoughtful comments, personal stories, and the history you share here is such an important part of this series. Thank you for being a part of the Train Talk with Lisa community, and I will see you very soon.